everyone, and welcome to today's German Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Really good episode today, so let's get right to it. Do I say that about every episode? I don't know. It just feels like a thing I say now. Let's start off Maxie and Nathan. So Maxie tells Nathan she's having sex with Dillon today, and Nathan's like a little confused to say the least. And turns out Dillon is also going to star in the movie, so yeah. Although Nathan didn't freak out as much as I don't know, maybe someone named Dante might. So she tells him that even though Dillon auditioned a whole range of actors, none of them caught Marjorie's eye. And Nathan has a little bit of a problem with the sex scene, and she tells him she's sure, you know, Valerie isn't giving Dillon a problem. And Nathan's like, yeah, there's a reason for that. And Maxie's like, what's the reason? Got yourself in a little bit of a corner there, huh, Nathan? So he spins a yarn. I've been knitting non-stop for 3 days. So he spins a yarn about how Dillon and Valerie just starting out, and how him and Maxie are already so in love, and then apologizes for overreacting and said he won't want to hold her back from something she wanted to do. And then he wants to see the script to see exactly what's going to happen. And they acted out on their own. Haha, bye-bye script. Let's move on. At the Haunted Star, Dillon is setting up a shot and Lulu comes in. She tells him Sonny took a turn for the worst. Sad face. So she tells Dillon that Dante was unloading on Sonny, you know, and then how, you know, Sonny with his heart, da-da-da-da-da, and then how Dante's like, you know, I'm not in a position to judge him, and she figures it's because of he and Valerie's kiss, just a kiss, because we're so lucky it didn't go any farther. He tells her that he's playing Declan, and Lulu is hesitant that Nathan might not be okay with this, but then brings up how jealous cops can be about their wives or girlfriends, and brings up Dante and Valerie again. Methinks someone isn't as over this as she'd like people to think. But anyway, after a little more talk about Valerie and Dante, she decides to leave to spend some time with Dante at the hospital. They hug, and Dillon definitely has feelings for her because he has that look. You know that look? Yeah, that look. At the hospital, of course, Valerie is there to comfort Dante. Where else would she be when Dante's in a vulnerable place? Look, I know I know. I'm not blaming her wholly for what happened because obviously, you know, nobody forced him to do what he did. But she's not exactly helping the situation as it stands right now. Just saying. So Dante tells her about the Carlos Neva stuff. Dante also tells Valerie he's been giving himself a hard time because of what happened between the two of them. And he tells her that he almost confessed to Lulu, but he's resigned himself to holding on to the secret and not to change everyone's lives. And she confides that she hasn't really moved on that much with Dillon. She tells him that they've both been so swamped with work and they haven't been able to connect in a meaningful way. And then she says she feels like, you know, he's holding something back and his mind might be on someone else, and hers is too. Not helping. At the police station, Anna comes in to see Paul. Paul tells her he got a tip on Carlos's whereabouts from Sloan. So Paul just comes out and says, hey, Sloan was really, really drunk, and he told me that you killed Carlos. And Ava's like, what? I mean, Anna. Anna's like, what? That's ridiculous. So he says, you know, obviously, he was really, really drunk, and I've known you a long time. So I want to give you a chance to tell me what happened before, like, I have to, like, investigate because that's protocol and all that. So she's like, here's what happened. Look, I wanted to kill Carlos, but I didn't. He escaped, and you know, Paul's like, okay, well then either Sloan's lying to me or you lied to the police. And she's like, well, Sloan is definitely lying to you. I mean, did he have any proof or anything? And which was really funny because I was just watching People's Court the other day, and one of the defendant in a text message she sent to the plaintiff, well, before they were the defendant and plaintiff, she was like, you know, good luck in court. It's not like you have any proof of anything. And the judge is like, that's all the proof I need to show, like, that you were doing something underhanded. That's the fact that you're threatening her, that she doesn't have any proof. So as soon as Anna said that, I was like, Judge Millian would be like, That's all I need. So Anna says how Sloan has been, you know, blowing into town and making accusations against her. First it was about her killing Faison, and now it's this, and he wanted to pursue a relationship with her, and Anna had turned him down, and Paul asks if she thinks he made up this new accusation because he turned her down, and she's like, well, I can't pretend to know what he's thinking, but I mean, it makes sense. At Ava's, this was interesting at Ava's. So Morgan shows up and he asks Ava not to take Avery away. Too many A names. Anna, Avy. I'm gonna move on because obviously I just proved my own point there. Okay. So Morgan promises if Ava drops this, she will have access to Avery. Then Morgan tells her, you know, Sonny had a huge setback. He's been in surgery all night. And Ava's like, thanks for telling me. And Morgan's like, oh, does that mean you won't take her? And she's like, psh, haha, now it's even more important I take her because obviously Sonny's in no condition to raise a child. And like, Morgan, seriously, you didn't see that coming? I swear. Like, he definitely sees her through rose-colored glasses, or at least he did up until, like, today, even with everything she's done to him in the past, because did he really think that telling her that Sonny had a huge health setback was going to make her sympathetic? I mean, really now. So Ava says she doesn't care what losing Avery does to Sonny. Like, for all she cares, Sonny, it could kill him. Like, she wouldn't care. So Morgan offers himself up, and he says he'll be with Ava if she doesn't take Avery. So Ava's a bit offended he would use their relationship like this. And Morgan brings up all the horrible things he's done for her, you know, turning on his family, this, that, and the other thing, cheating with Kiki, and losing every chance he could ever have with Kiki. So she's like, I'm not giving Avery up. And she's like, well, this means everyone who warned me about you was right, and you were just using me, and you never cared, and that gets Ava really upset. She's like, how dare you say that, blah, 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 blah. And he says, well, prove it, and don't take Avery away from my parents, and she still refuses. So, now, at Sonny's, Carly and Michael are back at the house. Michael tells Carly that, you know, Sonny and Carly need to get married ASAP, and she tells him, yeah, we already tried that, and, well, didn't go so well. So Michael tells Carly that Ava is the new head of the Jerome crime family. And Carly wants to know how Michael knows all of this, and she wants to use the mob stuff against Ava, but Michael's like, well, Ava will just use it against Sonny, so it's really just a wash when it comes to that. So some conversation about Carlos and how the DA is now looking for him, but Dante and Michael don't really believe. Ava and Carly's like, yeah, that's really cool, but you know, how do you know what happened at the meeting of the 5 families? And Michael's like, I was there. He didn't say it like that, but that's the best way I can tell you. So he talks about sending a representative and how Rick originally wanted to do it, and they're like, no. And then Morgan wanted to step up, and Michael's like, no. So it was really Michael, you know, had to go. And Carly tells him that it can never happen again. Like, she is the writing. She doesn't just see the writing on the wall. Like, she wrote the writing, and now she's seeing it 20 years later, and she's like, dang, you know? So Carly wants him to promise he'll never go back again, and he's like, yeah, that wouldn't be a problem, because by the time it comes up again, Sonny will be fine. So he'll be able to sit at the table. And I'm like, you really think so? Do you really think so? I'm sorry. I don't think you can just come to one sit down and every other family will be like, oh, that's cool, he was just here once. Like, no. No. No, no, no. No. End scene. Do a different hand thing every day. So Morgan tells Carly and Michael he wants to see Ava. They tell him Ava is officially the new head of the Jerome crime family. Paul tells Anna that all Sloan gave him was empty allegations and no evidence, and Anna advises Paul not to let Sloan waste any more of his time, and Paul's like, that won't be a problem. And after Anna leaves, Paul pulls Carlos's wallet out of his desk, which means he did in fact go to the lockbox. Nathan is there. He asks Anna if she's okay, and she's like, yeah, and walks away. Dillon is pep-talking himself to get over Lulu. Well, he doesn't say Lulu, but we all know. We all know. Because, you know, she's happily married, and Maxie walks in, and she's like, who are you talking about? So Valerie tells Dante that she can't stop thinking about him, and that's when Lulu walks up, and I'm like 90% sure she heard. And now I'm like 100% sure she heard because I saw the promo. Morgan talks to Carly and Michael. Oh, he tells Carly and Michael that he offered to go back to Ava if she gave Avery up. And Morgan is like, you know, Mom, talking to Carly, you're a good mom. And all Ava cares about is calling herself a good mom. And then Ava barges in because what else would Ava do? That's what Ava does. Okay, so that is it for today's General Hospital recap. I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital. And real fast, so Hurricane Joaquin is creeping up, and they're like, it might hit New Jersey, it might not, we don't know, how are we supposed to know? So, in the event that it does hit, which I don't like talking about because, oh, you were here when Sandy hit, you know what happened. So in the event it hits, obviously I won't be uploading, but that's if we lose Electra. I can't talk about this, but basically watch Twitter for updates, and if it looks like, if you hear news about how New Jersey was devastated and lost all its power, then I probably won't be uploading. So yeah, sorry. Flashbacks, it's not even funny, you know, what happened with Sandy. You can watch my Hurricane Sandy saga, like, yeah, okay, so I gotta move on because I don't even like talking about it, but just be aware of that. I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital. I hope you have a great day. Bye!